Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over the all-new Chevy Silverado EV. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Now let's go over the new Silverado EV. This one's in the RST package, which is the highest package you can get on the new Silverado EV. You guys can see the body lines here on the hood, and then you can see the interesting light display that this has. Pretty cool with the LED accent lights, and then notice that even the Chevy bow tie is illuminated. I thought that was a pretty cool touch for the truck, and you guys can see a little light show that it kind of does there with the front end, and then you can see the headlights just down below into the lower portion of the grille, similar to what they do with the Hummer EV, and then the accenting down below that, and then further down, and notice how it's all blacked out here on the bottom portion. I think that actually looks pretty good from an aesthetic perspective. And notice we got the RST badge right here, and you guys can see here with the frunk, it opens up automatically, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Storage space is actually really good in the Silverado EV. And you guys can also see here, similar to like the Ford F-150 Lightning, how it's opens up with the front part of the grille, so it makes loading a little bit easier there for the front portion. And then coming here to the side, you guys can see the tire and wheel setup. This has like 24-inch wheels, some crazy setup. I'm not sure if that'll make it into full production. We'll see. And then you guys can also see here with the fender flares. I love the metallic flake there in the paint on them. And then notice that the E in Silverado is kind of like popping out because, again, it's the EV. And then you can see the mirrors there with the side steps on the side that are fixed, which is kind of an interesting choice. But again, this is a prototype vehicle, so they'll probably change things in full production. And yeah, just the wheels are huge. It's crazy to see wheels that big on just any vehicle. And you guys can see the wheelhouse liner here in the rear. And notice here at the back kind of how the trim goes, and then also here with the bumper step, you can see just like the regular Silverado 1500 has. And then the taillights aren't as crazy as the front end from a design perspective. They're a little bit more normal looking. And then this does have the multi-pro tailgate, right, with the tailgate step and everything. And you guys can see here with the lights. And then notice there's like a million outlets here in the bed. So you can charge a ton of stuff here. And that's one of the big benefits of the Silverado EV. And that's kind of like the benefit of an EV truck in general, right? It's because you have the big battery pack, you can charge a lot more with it. And then obviously the bed access through the tailgate. And then you guys can see the cargo lamp there at the top. And you know what, so far you guys can see pretty much just like a normal truck, other than the fact that you have a frunk in this, whereas a regular truck you usually don't. And shout out to the guy that worked with Chevy that helped me opening up the trunk and or the truck rather, when I was filming it. And you guys can see here with the padding down below. And then you guys can see the rest of the trim here. I like the design on a lot of it, and I love how they brought the white color down below into that area. I thought that was a pretty cool design touch. And then you guys can see from the inside here, first off, with the seat in the rear, piping looks really good on the seats, and I was actually really impressed with the material use. The seats look modern from a design standpoint, but the materials also look and feel really nice, which is great. You can see the headrest, how that's folded up with this all down. And I think it's one of the coolest features on a new truck, just period. It's really cool just how that will pop open for you. And then popping over here into the driver area, and again, double shout out to the guy at Chevy. You guys can see here with the door panel, again, same with the material use, but you can see you've got the memory seat function with all the regular window controls, and then again, another speaker for the sound system. Cool with the styling on that. And then again, notice the fixed side step. And then you can see the seats here at the front, again, with the leather and the stitching and the piping throughout. Looks great from a design standpoint. And definitely looks a lot better in person than in picture. The camera kind of whites out a little bit because of the white in the seat just makes the filter go crazy. And then you guys can see the pedal layout down below. And then all of our controls like parking brake, lane keep assist, all the fun stuff that's going to come on the new Silverado. And then you guys can see the trailer brake control. And then I love the accenting on the vents. And then notice here on the dash, the material use is really nice. And then you can see here with the steering wheel, this was pretty cool. So obviously it's going to come with Super Cruise. And you guys can see all the controls on the steering with the Chevy bow tie, all that fun stuff. And then the RST logo right there at the bottom. Really nice stitching there on the center. And you can see you've got paddles there on the back. I assume those are going to be with the regeneration on the brakes. And then you guys can see the full digital gauge cluster here. Again, really cool with the aesthetic on that. Definitely just gives it a much more modern appearance. And then you can see the infotainment system, absolutely massive Just crazy. And graphics on it are really nice. It looks like a super modern computer screen, basically. And then you got like your climate controls and other controls here down below, all that normal stuff. And then you can see like wireless phone charger, cup holders, and then the whole center console area, just as practical as what you'd normally get in a pickup truck. So nothing's changed there. And then you can see the dash there on the side again with the white. Again, that contrast in the interior I think is really nice. It kind of makes it pop. And then the premium headliner, as you can see here at the top, which again kind of brings things up. And then you guys can see the full sunroof. Definitely cool. Kind of like copying Tesla a little bit with the headliner and the sunroof, but that's fine. Anyways, as we're doing this final walk around, specs on the truck, 400 miles of range with the best version of the truck, 664 horsepower and 780 pound-feet of torque, 10,000 pound towing capacity, 0 to 60 in like less than 4.5 seconds. So it's shaping up to be a pretty crazy truck, and basically Chevy just tried to beat all the specs on the Lightning is what it looked like, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we want competition, but it's just funny how it's like just better than the Lightning on every spec pretty much. And there you go. That's the Silverado. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. You just showed me something I didn't even know.
Well, like I said, most people just skip that. Okay, you said everything. Okay. What kind of you